Morning. Thursday, May 5th, 2022. I'm doing a series called Who is Greater Among Baseball Player Matchups as far as career stats. I did Babe Ruth versus Ty Cobb. I've done Henry Aaron versus Willie Mays. Joe DiMaggio versus Ted Williams. Roger Hornsby versus Honus Wagner. George Sisler versus Tris Speaker. Babe Ruth versus Ted Williams. Stan Musial versus Henry Aaron. Babe Ruth versus Lou Gehrig. Willie Mays versus Mickey Mantle. And Tony Gwynn versus Pete Rose. Check out all those videos. Who's greater in this episode? Ty Cobb or Lou Gehrig? Who do you think? Who has the better stats? This may surprise you. I look at 19 categories. Career average, runs scored, runs batted in, home runs, triples, doubles, singles, total bases, slugging. On base, base on balls, walks. Stolen bases, 100 RBI seasons, most runs in a season, highest average in a season, most hits in a season, most 200 hit seasons, total hits, games played, at-bats, years played. Who wins the matchup? Ty Cobb or Lou Gehrig? Batting average. Ty Cobb, 366. Lou Gehrig, 340. 1-0 Cobb. I'll write this down. Cobb 1-0. 1-0 over Gehrig. Runs scored. Cobb 2245. Lou Gehrig 1888. But here's something that I want to do. Did you know that Ty Cobb played 870 more games than Lou Gehrig? So what I want to do is presuppose and do a what if. What if Ty Cobb and Lou Gehrig played the same number of games? 3,034 is what Cobb played. So let's say Gehrig plays 3,034 games. How many runs would he have scored? Well, I averaged out for his career that Gehrig played 2,164 games. How many runs per game did he score? He scored 1,888 in 2,164 games. So you take the percentage of runs per game and multiply it by 870 games that Lou Gehrig needs to match Ty Cobb. That means he would have scored 2,651 runs. Following me? He had 1,888. But you add 870 more games, divide his percentage, add it, and he would have came out with 2,651 runs scored. He would have beat Cobb. So it's 1-1. Runs batted in, do the same thing. Cobb, 1,944 for his career. Gehrig had 1,995. He beats him. But if you add another 870 games, Lou Gehrig would have had 2,795 runs batted in. Incredible. 2-1 Gehrig. Home runs, Cobb 117. We know Gehrig had 493. 3-1 Gehrig. Triples. Cobb really ran around the bases, didn't he? 297 triples. Whew. Gehrig, 163. Give it to Cobb. 3-2 Gehrig. Doubles, Cobb, 724. Gehrig, 534. Even if he plays 870 games, he's not going to catch him. So it's 3-3. Singles, Cobb 3,053. Gehrig 1,531, about half. Give it to Cobb, 4-3. Total bases. Cobb 5,854. Gehrig 5,060. So he has less, but add 870 games. Remember, divide what his percentage of total bases per game. Add 870. Lou Gehrig would have had 7,087 total bases if he plays the same number of games as Ty Cobb. 4-4. Slugging, Cobb 512, Gehrig 632. 5-4 Gehrig. On base, Cobb 433. Gehrig 447. 6-4 Gehrig. Walks, Cobb 1249. Gehrig 1508. 7-4 Gehrig. Stolen bases, Cobb 897. Gehrig 102. Give it to Cobb, 7-5. 100 RBI seasons, Cobb 7. Gehrig 13. Give it to Gehrig, 8-5 in categories. Runs, most runs in a season. Cobb 148. Gehrig 167. 9-5 Gehrig. RBIs in a season, the most. Cobb 127, Gehrig 185. Do you realize that Lou Gehrig is winning in categories over Ty Cobb 10-5? Still got more. Highest batting average in a season, Cobb 420, Gehrig 379. Give it to Cobb, 10-6. Hits in a season. Cobb had 248 as high. Gehrig 220. Give it to Cobb, 10-7. 200 hit seasons. Cobb had 9 of them. Gehrig 7. Give it to Cobb, 10-8. Total career hits. Cobb 4,189. Gehrig 2,721. But if we add 870 games so that Gehrig has the same number of games played as Ty Cobb, divide his percentage, he would have ended up with 3,808 hits. He still falls short. Give it to Cobb. It's 10-9. That's it. 19 categories. Lou Gehrig wins in runs projected. Runs scored, runs batted in, home runs, total bases, slugging, on base, walks, 100 RBI seasons, most runs in a season, most RBIs in a season. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 categories for Gehrig that he beats Cobb. Cobb wins in career average, triples, doubles, singles, stolen bases, highest average in a season, most hits in a season, most 200 hit seasons, and most career hits. 9 categories he wins. Who's a better player? Well, according to this analysis right now, Lou Gehrig beats Ty Cobb in 19 categories, 10-9. How about that? I would never have thought that. Would you? Is Lou Gehrig one of the greatest players in history? I did a episode, Lou Gehrig versus Babe Ruth. What happened in that episode? I'll get it for you. In that episode, they tied. There were 19 categories, but it came out 9-9 because they had a tie in most 100 RBI seasons, 13 apiece. So Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig tied 9-9, where in this episode I just did, Lou Gehrig beat Ty Cobb 10-9. How about that? Where did Ruth beat Cobb? He beat him in average, runs scored, home runs, slugging on base, walks, stolen bases, most runs in a season, and highest average. Gehrig matched Ruth in projected runs batted in, triples, doubles, singles, total bases projected. Most RBIs in a season, most hits in a season, and most 200 hit seasons, and most total hits career. So it was 9-9. How about that? There are some other matchups for Lou Gehrig. When I matched him up with Henry Aaron, let's see, I've got the Henry Aaron matchup. Lou Gehrig beat Henry Aaron 14-5 in categories. Also, I'm matching him up with Ted Williams, Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig beat Ted Williams 13-6. What am I saying right here? I'm matching up their career stats, and I'm doing 19 categories. Lou Gehrig versus Babe Ruth, it was 9-9. 9 each. Lou Gehrig versus Henry Aaron, he beat him 14-5. And in Ted Williams, Lou Gehrig beat him 13-6. And with Ty Cobb, he beat him 10-9. How about Lou Gehrig? One of the greatest players in baseball history. I'm going to do some more matchups with Lou Gehrig. I want to see how he matches up with Stan Musial, Roger Hornsby, Jimmy Fox, and Honus Wagner. Stay tuned for those episodes. As far as the greatest matchups in baseball history, so far I haven't seen anybody beat Babe Ruth. The closest is Lou Gehrig 9-9. Babe Ruth beat Henry Aaron in matchups. He beat Ty Cobb in matchups. He beat Ted Williams in matchups. He also beats Roger Hornsby and Jimmy Fox, and he beats Willie Mays. Check out all those episodes. I'm going to continue to do this Who is Greater series. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I'm out.